We went over this in class, but I wanted to review it and make it so people could watch it as much as needed. This is adding cork grease to clarinet cork, not chapstick. This is cork grease. Some companies make it in a little squeeze tube that looks like a miniature thing of toothpaste, and some put it in a little tub that you like put your finger in and get out, but most companies make it in this chapstick style tube, and it is very greasy because it's cork grease. I personally like to have the tissue or paper towel on hand because for it to work right, you want to rub it in a little. So you take it and it only goes on the brown cork of the clarinet. It never goes on the black part or the silver part. I can admit that if I'm in a super rush, I might just rub some on like this and be done, but that's really not going to take care of it properly. Unless you're in some type of emergency moment, like the concert starts in 1 minute and you have to grease, then you might need to do that. But for every other time, you put some on and then you rub it in. Just think about like your hand. If you were putting lotions on your hand, you wouldn't put a blob of lotion there and leave it. You would rub it in. So after you put that grease on the cork, you rub it in. And then the next step that I like to do, technically optional, I like to make sure the two parts that fit go together nice and smoothly. And when I put it together, if there's any extra, like right there, there's a little tiny bit that bubbled out, I like to wipe that away with the paper towel or the tissue so that there's nothing that gets left and makes it sticky and gets, messy looking and messy feeling. So clarinets, please make sure that you keep your corks greased. We talked about in class that you want to do that whenever they start to feel dry and hard to put together. You don't want to do it too often, because the grease will work through the cork and it'll release the glue or the rubber cement that's holding the cork in place. So when it gets dry, add a little cork grease and you're good until it gets dry again. Hope that helps.